Good morning, Magic Tribe. Welcome back to the Magic Life. I am Nina Diedrich, the Magic Mom, and today is going to be probably a lot more chatting than notes. I personally have been going through a huge dilemma, and I know some of you have also been going through your own versions of this dilemma as well. So we're going to bring this all to the table. Okay. Since I started this channel, I've been kind of going through waves where I feel really, really, really compelled to be here every day. And then things are going good for quite a while. And then suddenly this huge wave of bullshit kind of comes in. And I don't know if it's just me manifesting my own worst expectations, self-sabotage, so to speak, or if it's just really the universe telling me to go a different direction. Good morning, Janice. It's good to see you this morning. So here's the thing. Those of you who have been around for a long time know that I kind of come and gone a little bit, especially since our move. And mostly that's just because I feel, I don't want to say obligation, because obligation really isn't the word, but a drive to make this work. Not only as a refuge of sorts for those of you who are needing that little extra bit of love, but also I've been trying to figure out how I can turn this into something that may be a little bit more lucrative as a means of supporting, or I should say helping to support our family and further our goals. And to be honest, I have probably dumped 10 times more money into this than I have actually made from any of it, contrary to popular belief. YouTube doesn't pay you out until you have so many subscribers. And since I refuse to actually buy subscribers, I kind of get stuck in the bottom of the algorithm loop. And this is kind of where we get stuck. So we see a lot of growth for a little bit. I shouldn't say a lot of growth, but we see a little bit of growth every now and then. Usually it's through you guys sharing and making sure you comment and like. Otherwise, we get kind of pushed down to the bottom of the barrel. And it makes it kind of frustrating for me because I put tons and tons and tons of my own personal energy into this channel and the Facebook page and all the other avenues that I have going on because of this. I'm talking to you guys personally, most of the time for free. And you kind of get to a point where you feel like it's not really going anywhere and you're kind of hitting the wall. And that's kind of the point where I am right now. So we're either going to switch things up dramatically around here, which brings me to my first question to those of you who are tuning in today. First, what attracted you to this channel to begin with? And then what keeps you coming back? Those are two really important questions that I would really, really like to know. Good morning, husband. It's good to see you. Because I don't want to just throw the towel in on something that I have basically dumped the last 4 years of my life into, just because right now I don't feel very good about it. You know? So if you guys could help me out with that, that would be fantastic. So one of the other changes that we do, or that I'm considering right now, are whether I'm going to go back to doing zodiac readings. Um, and those would be pre-recorded, and I'll just release them on a schedule every week, and probably do once a month live stream for each of the zodiac signs. Um, and then the other option is just that I, focus my energy somewhere else and maybe just pop in here every once in a while. Aw, thanks, Sarah. I appreciate it. And thank you, Janice. Um, it's not that I don't feel like I'm making a difference, because I hear from people all the time that I have. And I really, really love that. My problem right now is I just feel like I'm not doing enough to further our life as a family. Not that this takes away from that, but I kind of wanted to try. And I keep trying all of these things that just kind of flop, like the cookbook that I just spent so much time and energy on, that has just completely, I think it's been viewed 4 times. And it just seems like I keep putting all of this energy into things that are just kind of fizzling out and not really going anywhere. And so I don't know, I just feel like maybe I'm not seeing something, and I could be utilizing my time more wisely. I don't know. It's hard to explain what I'm kind of feeling right now. And it's not a lack of energy. I have tons of drive to do whatever I need to do. That's not the problem. I just feel like this just kind of keeps hitting the wall, and I see other people's things taking off, and I don't know, maybe I just have some serious abundance blockage somewhere that I just haven't been able to dig out yet. Oh, see, that's not the thing. I absolutely love doing this. That's not the problem at all. The problem is I really want our life to be more financially stable, and that has definitely been something that's been difficult. I'm kind of prone to injury, and it seems like every time I go back to work, I end up getting hurt, and then I'm out of commission. you know, um, you are like the 10th person that has uh, brought up TikTok to me, and I don't know. I have no idea what that's about. I don't do TikTok. And I don't want to just start up something else that's just going to fail like everything else has, if you know what I mean. I'm just starting to think that, social media is not where I'm going to excel. Honestly, what I'm trying to do is figure out a means of making money that is not going to take away from my ability to take care of my family. It is going to get us to our property and our farm built without my husband having to work himself to death to do it. I think that's kind of, more what I'm talking about. Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm just asking for ideas. Maybe my live streams are just too long, and maybe I just need to kind of cut to the chase and go back to doing the zodiac readings like I used to, where they were like 3 or 4 minute videos, and everybody got their own video, and you could pick and choose which ones you wanted. And, it was just real cut and dried business. Maybe this, uh, and then I could just do the live streams for fun. I don't know. The problem though is I keep getting subscribers taken off of my YouTube. It'll go through phases where I'll get a bunch, and then I'll lose like 40 or 50 subscribers, like almost overnight. And it's really weird. I don't know if it's just the whole bot crap that's going around on YouTube or what. Well, people make money on freaking YouTube too. It just hasn't been working for me. And I've done the whole uh, mini reading things on Facebook, and it just never seems to get any traction. I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. But what kind of things are you guys going through right now, too, that are just kind of making you feel like you're hitting the wall? I know this is just how it's manifesting for me right now, but I know a lot of people are having relationship problems and, things like that, too. Problems with illnesses and things like that. I'm going to pull a couple cards out of the Rebel deck really quick while I'm waiting for your guys' comments to pop into the chat. Sometimes they take a minute. All right. Okay, so this has been a recurring cycle in this. And I don't know, maybe there's something to be said in that too. I know for me personally, I have a tendency to get stuck into that whole shame and guilt aspect because I feel like I'm doing something wrong a lot of times if I'm succeeding, because I was brought up to think, or I was brought up in the fact that, your life is not about what you are receiving, it's about what you're giving. And, the more of you that you sacrifice, the better off it'll be, when you make it to the afterlife, and selflessness has just kind of been bred into my being from the beginning. So, I'm great at taking care of other people, and I kind of suck at doing it for myself. And I feel like a lot of the reason why I've been going through the things that I have are because life has just been forcing me to slow down and kind of take a minute for me, and in a lot of ways, this channel was the first thing I ever did, just for myself. And it's hard to not see it blossom into what I envisioned it to be. And so I don't know how much of that really is just self-sabotage because of my own fear of being seen, because, that's sinful. And maybe this is just the problem too. Maybe I'm just giving too many fucks, right? Maybe I just care a little bit too much. And in that way, I keep shortchanging myself because I keep giving myself away for free instead of charging what I'm worth. Ouch, that hurt a little bit to say. I think I'm onto something there. The back of the card says to give 0, right? So I need to focus a little bit less on how many fucks I'm giving out to everyone else. Oh, yeah, right, Sarah? You're laughing at me or with me. It's true. I kind of suck at that. All right, so the next card is you got a feeling you just can't shake. It says that little voice inside you. Listen to that shit, right? And that's really what we have been asked to do. And for me, this is just how it's manifesting right now. And I know if I Don't throw in the towel and just give up on everything and shut everything down like I've done before. Uh, I'll come out the other side of this eclipse cycle all the better. So really my question is, what direction would you guys like to see this channel go? And if you agree with Sarah that maybe it's TikTok, maybe it's TikTok. I don't know. You know, I just know something's got to give before it ends up being me. All right, let's pull some affirmations today out of the soul coaching deck and see what Miss Denise Lynn has to add to the Rebel deck. I kind of want to get the rest of those Rebel deck cards too. I think there's like 3 or 4 different sets of these cards. I don't know. I'm kind of partial to anything that says fucking it too. Contrary to popular belief, it is probably one of my favorite swear words. And here is another F word for today. Focus. We were talking about this yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. I think it was yesterday, about being focused, faithful, and fearless, right? So I know for me personally, that has definitely been triggered. And that's exactly what I'm moving through right now. The question is, where do I focus my energy on next? And how can I shift this so it works better for all of us? Right? That's the thing. What I do doesn't make me happy. I'm happy anyway. But I do like to feel useful. I do like to feel like I'm contributing something more than just making sure that everybody's life is running smoothly. There's more to this. And I know part of this is just because I've been parenting since I was 16 years old. I'm now 41 and I'm looking a very empty nest in the face soon. So maybe this is just some weird midlife crisis thing. I'm not sure. But either way, something has definitely got to change a little bit. And I know part of that too is I just need to start taking better care of myself. I've gained a ton of weight since we moved down here, and it makes me feel like dog shit because I worked so hard to lose it. And the older I get, the more my symptoms from my spina bifida pop up, and it's really hard to do the things that I used to do to lose the weight. So now I'm trying to have to figure out how I'm going to work that too as well. I can't eat the things that I used to. I can't move the way that I used to. So it's, I don't know, I guess it's just a lot of things converging all at the same time. Right? And it's not just any new moon either. It's a full solar eclipse too as well. I don't think we'll be able to see it here in the States, but I know they will be able to on the other side of the world. So that's a lot of the reason why a lot of this stuff is being triggered out. A lot of it has to do with my own feelings of unworthiness, which is something I know a lot of you have struggled with too. And that's part of the reason why I'm being so utterly transparent about all of this. I don't normally like to air my dirty laundry all over social media, but I know because this feels so big to me, I'm not the only one going through this in some way, shape, or form. So we want to regain our focus, right? All of our thoughts are directed toward our highest good. And that's definitely where we want to keep our focus on. So instead of sitting here dwelling on all the things that I feel are failures right now, I'm instead going to turn around and focus on all those things that are going well. And in that way, the universe will bring more and more things that will embody that energetic frame instead of the fear and the failure and the stuckness. Let's get 2 more of these. And this is what I've been talking to about dealing with our shadow and listening to what our body's telling us lately is um, you don't know how it's going to be triggered for you, but it's going to be triggered. So all of those things that you thought you have dealt with are going to pop up again in a different way, shape, or form, and you're going to have to reconfront those. And you're going to realize that you're not dealing with things the way you used to because you've leveled up. And it gets easier to a point where you can actually get above yourself and see, okay, yeah, this is why I'm triggered. And this is why I'm moving through this again. And this is how I can change it so that I don't have to sit here and dwell in this self-pity party and really force myself into an unintentional intentional failure, right? Awakening, okay? We were just talking about this. So we're awakening to those shadow aspects of ourselves that need to be looked at, okay? So remember that you are joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. Because the fact of the matter is we all have tools to deal with these energetic disturbances that are moving through right now. And I know for me, a lot of that has to do with being transparent. Um, so if I can come to you guys and say, hey, this is what's going on, and then I can get that energetic feedback. And, a lot of people can do that with their, you can do that with any part of your support system. Um, for me, that's just mostly here. All right. So we are moving into fulfillment, but in order to move into this fulfillment, we have to let go of that baggage, that feeling of unworthiness, that part of you that wants to not acknowledge your own greatness, um, that need for validation, the expectations. Because we're moving into a point now where we don't really know what's going to be happening next. And that's part of why the fear is cropping up. When you get to a certain point where you have leveled out of everything you have known, and breaking through that glass ceiling is probably the hardest part of this journey, but it's the part that's going to be the most valuable to said journey. And you'll look back on this 5 years ago and be like, I'm so glad I didn't quit when I really, really wanted to, because then I wouldn't be sitting where I am now. And we all do that over and over and over again in our lives for, a bunch of different aspects. So this is just another leveling up point. So if you're feeling like I am, keep going and maybe turn the light up a little bit brighter. And remember that joy abounds in all areas of your life because you are joyously awake and aware, ready for anything, and all your thoughts are directed toward your highest good. All right. We're just going to do crystal cards today for everyone. I think, is it just you and yeah? Okay, so Janice and Sarah, because you're in the chat, I will pull cards for you. Husband, are you still watching? If you are, just like emoji me in the chat and I'll pull you a card too. I can tell there's a few other people in here that are not making their presence known, and that's okay. If you would like a card pulled, please hit me up in the chat box. All right, Janice, you're going to be first. See what your stone is today. You get tiger iron. Okay. This has a lot of the same properties as tiger's eye, but it's a little bit different. So this stone helps you to feel safe and protected, improve your self-esteem and confidence. It also helps to dissipate energy, extend blessings and goodwill to others, and increase your philanthropic actions. Okay. And since we're coming into the biggest giving season of the year, not a surprise. All right. The affirmation that goes along with this card says, I am grateful for other people's good fortune. It brings me joy to see others experiencing happiness. Okay. Now, the flip side of that is you could be dwelling in a state of jealousy or feeling like feeling lack. All right, you are still in here. All right, Sarah, let's see what your stone is for today. Ooh, malachite. I love this stone. It's so cool. It's like a dark green and a lighter green, and it's all mixed up together. This helps to create healthy patterns in our relationships, connect us with the sweetness in life, maintain heart-centered awareness, and to get to the heart of the matter. Okay. The affirmation that goes with malachite says, I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness, Sarah. Right? That is just like angelfish and blue tigers. She keeps getting that one. Ooh. All right. Seth. I think this is chalcopyrite. Okay. This helps to support physical strength training, increase your time in sunlight for a healthy body, amplify physical movement to increase good health. And remember, the affirmation for this stone says, I'm healthy and strong thanks to physical movement and outdoor exercise. It's a good stone, husband. All right. And I'll pick one for myself. Let's see what my stone is for today. Ooh, carnelian. I have a giant chunk of this. So carnelian helps to activate the creative mind, finalize projects, realize our unlimited potential, improve our visualization skills, and it also helps to stimulate the courage to fulfill life purpose and potential. The affirmation for carnelian says, creativity flows through me in myriad ways, and I courageously bring my ideas into actuality. Which tells me that, well, maybe I just need to give all this a little bit more time. Although, let me know if you're interested in me doing the pre-recorded zodiac readings. I have been kind of feeling a little bit pulled to do that again. It's kind of something I slip in and out of. I just feel like there's so many other people who do those that, I don't know, maybe nobody wants to see those from me too. I don't know. All right. Let's close today's reading out with, you know what? I think I'm actually going to pull up, what is today? The 2nd? We still got 2 days before this eclipse comes. I'm actually going to just pull a Moonology card out. And we'll see what's coming out. These are by Yasmin Boland. And the new moon in Taurus card comes out, and it's telling us that prosperity lies ahead. Good morning, Tabitha. We've missed you. Okay, so this is definitely about how we're manifesting our own personal abundance. And that color green keeps coming up, and that has to do with our abundance as well. I'm going to pull Tabitha a card, and then, or actually, let's go ahead and read this first, and then I'll pull Tabitha's card. See if I can find it. This is set up so weird. Okay, so Taurus. I'm not sure what planets are in Taurus right now either. Okay, so the teaching of the new moon in Taurus card says we often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want so you can have the creature comforts you want as well. Remember, though, that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. So, in other words, just make sure that you are staying grateful for what it is you do have as well. Oh, I know, love. I saw your Facebook posts, and we've definitely been sending you all the love that we can. Let's see what your stone is. Okay. You get the rutilated quartz. This has been coming out quite a bit lately. A few different of you have got this card. This helps to improve your energy levels and increase your life force. It also helps you to maintain focus, increase feelings of self-empowerment, and amplify your courage and confidence. Okay. Which I think is really important for you right now. I know you're going through some really hard stuff. The affirmation that goes along with this stone, Tabitha says, I'm grateful that my life or that my vital life force provides me with the energy and motivation to live life to the fullest. And sometimes when we're counting our blessings, that is the best place to start, is just the fact that you're here at all. And you just being here is enough. There's nothing else that you have to be, do, or have, except for shine the beautiful, loving light that you are. It's okay. It'll come back to you real quick, love. I know. I was been there. In fact, it was about 7 years to the day that I made that decision, and I have never once regretted it a single time. And now here I am, married to my fantastic husband who's lurking in the chat right now. And, we dated in high school and we're separated, and coming back together was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. And since then, I've been able to conquer a lot of my demons, simply because I had that drive to do better and to be better instead of dwelling in a narcissistic nightmare. Exactly. Even if those are the only 3 things that you can be grateful for every day, it is a place to start. And the more and more you can focus on that gratitude, the more and more you will awaken to how fantastic your life can be and will be and is. All right, my loves. I think that's going to be it for today. If any of you are interested in getting together with me privately, one-on-one. You can get a hold of me through various channels in the Show More section below. There is also 2 offers going right now. One is for returning clients, and you get a 33% discount, which makes it like $30 for an hour session with me. Or you can also, if you're a new client, get 22% off, which I think comes out to being like $35 or whatever for an hour session. And there's like a little coupon code or whatever on the Facebook page. Exactly. The time is ended for one-sided love, because that's usually just a manifestation that we are not loving ourselves properly either. And part of the biggest hurdle for getting through that is just forgiving yourself for sticking around when you knew better. But it's okay. Sometimes we just need to really, really learn that lesson so we never ever do it again. And we always have to learn what we don't want before we get access to what we do. And then that way we appreciate it a million times more. And it's a lot easier to stay in that gratitude and then call more of that in for yourself. Good morning, Angelfish. It's good to see you. So, again, if you would like to link up with me personally on a one-on-one basis, please book a reading through the Facebook page. And until then, I love you all, and I will see you again tomorrow. Remember, favor follows you wherever you go, as does our love. Be good, guys. I'll see you later.